I'ma gotta get it.
Most gamers have gone home, but the truly dedicated stay here in the Conestoga Esports Hub. And that, of course, I'm talking about is our Rocket League Academy squad. You can see them getting ready behind me here. Welcome in. I'm Leaf, and playoffs do continue for some of the Condors. We've watched some good runs from some of our other squads, some unfortunately ending before victory at the final end of their brackets. But because I have some teams still going on, and tonight, Rocket League, the best esport ever, is still continuing on. Let's take a quick look at their journey so far, because they're a little bit into the ECAC bracket, as they've gotten, I believe, a 4-3, which I was told I think was a reverse sweep on their opponents there into a 4-1. Now, tonight, they're facing off against an opponent that they think should be a team that they can take down. Of course, that can also, or always change once they hit the field. Now, I want to see how confidence levels are from the squad themselves. So I do have Cosmin, a Toa Ninja, hanging out by here to give a little chat before their matchup. Grab your mic, get on here. First off, confidence levels, how are you doing?
We're feeling pretty good. We scrimmed Seneca, Sting, and then Humber, and they're both much stronger than us and our opponent tonight. And we held our own in the Humber scrim, and then we were pretty good at the Seneca scrim. Right. So I'm feeling good. We're all feeling good.
That's awesome. Now, I want to talk specifically to one of your teammates here, Akaza. This is going to be his last semester with the squad. I guess from him, from you guys, what's it been like, I guess, setting goals, or as he gets to the end of his journey here, what's that been like with the squad?
Since the beginning, all we've said is we want that golden jersey.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's the goal. We're what, 3 games away?
Yes, very close.
That's all we need.
And I guess looking at the other squads that are still alive in the bracket, what's the journey going to be like? I imagine not a cakewalk.
Well, so tonight's #1 seed, right? They got the bye in that.
Oh, so if you take them down, you're good.
Oh yeah. Like honestly, like we did some scouting already, and we've played. I think it's like the toughest teams we'll play. We've already played, minus this one, and then after that, everyone's like really low seeded. So I'll take it.
Okay, so I guess going into this prediction for the matchup, this is the #1 seed. How badly are you going to beat them? You going to give them a game or two?
Let me put it this way.
Okay.
SJU, LSU, PlayStation 2. It don't matter. Condors in 5.
Condors in 5. You heard it from Cosmo here. Let's get into the game now. We'll head it over and continue on with playoffs down at the caster booth.
Hey, you heard Toe Ninja. It's St. John's. It's Papa John's. It's Condors in 5. It don't matter. Of course, we're getting into our games here, of course. Yeah, I'm Curtis Govekongs here with Willow Mute Chaos Bridges, and we're excited for some Rocket League action. And you heard them there. The Masters is kicking off. They're going for their green jackets. Akaz going for his gold jersey. Willow, what is up?
Not much.
No, not much? Not with playoffs rolling?
The ceiling's up.
Yes, it is, Willow. Yes, it is. No, but what's new? Because that ain't.
Have we seen the Rocket League Academy squad on stream before?
I don't think on stream, not in this semester at least. So we're going to be getting a new experience. I mean, we got used to seeing the varsity Rocket League team, which they just finished 3rd place in their bracket. So shout out to them. But we got these boys today, and oh, I'm excited to see them. You got Toe Ninja in the back there, who we just heard from, and you see a Kaz in the middle, who this is it for him, graduating, a successful student.
I would hope so.
Well, I mean, you got to
It's usually
clarify
what
that.
graduation means.
Well, we're a bunch of video game players. We don't really have our priorities straight most of the time.
Also very true.
Thank you. But this is a man who has been doing both as one of the leaders of the team. I'm not sure if he's the captain or not, but he is.
Team lead.
Well, there you go. So the team lead also doing well in his studies, and well, we'll see how he does tonight in the games.
Yeah. It'll be. Well, I'm going to be interested in seeing actually how he plays. I watched them once before last semester during a big event.
Yep.
Campus Carball. And it's very interesting to see him play because obviously we probably mentioned before, he is one of our only mouse and keyboard players.
He plays
for,
M and K?
yeah,
Wow.
for Rocket League. You would be more like knowledgeable about that because you play Rocket League more than I do. But yeah, he's keyboard mouse.
Well, I'll say this then. I have a buddy that plays only mouse and keyboard too. He is consistently our worst player.
Well,
His specialty, let me just say this, his specialty is demos. Because
Okay.
that's, he leaves ball came off, only goes for demos, opens up the floor for me and my friend who actually can hit the ball in the air. So if he's out here pulling aerials, if he's out here scoring goals, color me impressed.
it's going to be insane to see just exactly what he does and kind of where his role is within this team. A team that's we've seen off stream do
Yep.
very well.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to see them excel on stream.
Oh, need to see it. Need to see it. I'm pretty sure I've seen them last semester once.
I
And
think so, yeah.
yes, and that was pretty fun. It was a good time, and I mean, it's a team that exudes confidence. It's the thing they live on, they breathe on, and it's a team. Both our Rocket League teams, used that to their credit. And well, these 3 guys, Zlin, Akaza, and Toe Ninja. Well, I mean, you heard Toe Ninja in the pregame comments. Oh, Zlan.
Oh.
That's more syllables than are in that word. But shout out our producers for educating me. And of course, I want to see you in the chat, getting active, getting into these games. Of course, here at Conestoga, we're in our playoff time. So who knows how many more games we will get.
I want to see those copy pastas coming out. Matt Lopaczynski, get us started if you're in here.
Oh, he's the man that frequents these. Shout out the League of Legends teams. And well, I say that there's not many games left, as if these boys lose tonight, then, well, that's not quite it, as they will still have a 3rd place game that they could play in, but that's it for the tournament dreams, really.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. And I guess that would also lead to no gold jerseys, huh?
I don't think so. I think they have to earn those,
I would hope so. I mean, could you imagine we just start handing out gold jerseys like they're cookies?
We do not follow the participation award tradition here.
No.
Clearly not. As, the game is going to be kicking off, and the St. John's team is pretty good. I got to hand it to them. They had the first round bye in this tournament and won in that first series. I'm pretty sure it was 4-0.
Ooh, that's not exactly what we want to hear going into this, but we can believe in Cosman and his
wisdom.
confidence.
That too.
If you've ever
Yes.
talked to Cosman in the hub, you know exactly what confidence we're talking about. I love chatting with him. Gives some
As,
really good insight.
I will say, me and Andrew Ireland, frequent caster, have 2v1'd him.
Oh, yeah?
Lost, but
Oh.
I scored. So I'll take that.
Like, I scored.
I scored against him in a 2v1.
What
so
was the final score? Do you
oh,
remember?
dearie. Probably
Was it
like-
worse than when 80 1v3'd us?
No, not that bad. Because
Okay.
that was like 15-1. That was
The fact that 80 still managed it, that's
pretty
insane.
rough. As well, we're hoping this doesn't go rough. As you see the Condors in blue, the Condors in orange, and the St. Joseph's team in blue. As you see the Condors, well, they're in their own zone to start this thing off, but it's Rocket League. They could get out of that zone in a hurry. As we see Cosman, Toe Ninja attempting to get out.
Yep, and we see, actually, Going near the ball. Kaza going for it.
Again, watching out for that mouse and keyboard play. It's going to be so interesting to, follow along with that as actually and the rest of the St. John's Crimson team are keeping the ball in the zone. That one on net just off the post there as the Condors struggling to get this thing out of their own zone with no boost. The Kaza and Ninja trying to combine to get this thing out, but they cannot as this ball is going anywhere, but they want it to, except now it's on net and Zolin follows it up with the goal. That was a long shot as he sets himself up.
Ooh, it's actually John Carnival that set him up.
Wow.
Nice little assist there.
If you want to be actually about it. Actually, a poor defensive play off the wall will give the Condors the first lead in this series in game 1 here as Ninja going for that air dribble, unable to get to it as the Condors, they got to play good mid-D here, and Akaza on the ball immediately. Whoa.
Oh.
Let's take a minute, rewind, and watch the boys take a little giggle here as Akaza sends that into the zone, trying to follow it up himself and scares Maso into making a mistake.
That was an 80 move.
Yeah, oh wow, just wow. I'll let him know that you said that.
I will message him right after this.
As that is a tough one to give up. 2 self-inflicted wounds, it seems like, from St. John's here.
Yeah, just a little bit as this ball is being kept in St. Joseph's side.
Yeah, St. Joseph's,
quite often. So far, I mean, Condors are doing quite well. They're up 0-2, so I hope they're doing quite well.
As you see the ball,
they're
trying to get out. Yeah, the Condors have been very effective with their positioning so far with this ball, and we see it more, trying to get it centered out front, but unable to. Ninja not quite playing that on the wall, but has friends behind him, has support, sending this out front with the center opportunity, going up for it. Akaz, but cannot get the shot to go.
Akaz have been playing quite well without a controller, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it's his default, so maybe he's just playing normal for his standards. That's another shot on actually, the first one on it. Ninja cannot put it in on the rebound.
It's unfortunate.
He got demoed after that one.
He did. I'm trying to figure out who and how that happened.
As still in the attacking zone are the Condors, and they are just motoring this. That should settle out front, but it cannot. Masso makes a good play as actually gets the tip into the corner, but again, too many Condors hitting demos as well. They send that out front, and the beautiful deflection from Akaza.
He has a hat trick right now.
Oh my goodness.
No. He does not. Almost.
Yes, the first one was the self-setup, but that one, as good as it gets from a teammate. 3-0 the score to start this thing off.
Well, knock on wood, Cosman, Ninja, he knows his stuff. It's factual in what he says.
Yeah, just taking a great lead on SJU to start this thing off, and I'm sure that SJU could not see this coming as the ball out front. Ninja will send that away as Masso comes in with speed and sets up actually. That was very well done from SJU, countering the Condors' clear attempt.
Yeah, it was very nice. Went right
behind the Kaza.
Yeah, I almost thought it went over him, and then I realized the depth perception.
I'll do it to you.
Yeah.
As it also did it to the Condors. 3 minutes left here. 3 minutes in to our first game with just 2 minutes left. We will see how SJU responds to being down 3-0 as the favored team.
Yeah, some demos coming out. Kaza off the crossbar.
Tough miss as he thought he had a for sure goal as Masso follows this thing into, well, at the Condors net, but too many defenders back. Ninja with no boost trying to get this thing out, and the Condors boost does get still, and we'll see if that pans out for SJU here as now the positioning just not in their favor, but still playing good mid-defense.
They are, and I don't know who that was that jumped up and ever so slightly tapped the ball, but it didn't go anywhere.
No, just floating in space, in time. Masso shoots that on, off the crossbar, down, and what a painful sound to hear if you're an SJU fan as the Condors taking this all the way out, and they get a demo on the play, but no, cannot follow it up as this is awkward coming off the wall and just hovering on the ball, but cannot get to it first as they do get to it second. Maybe that's what matters more.
Maybe, but everyone is very low on boost. Once again, Akaza and Toninja just running on empties. It's bad. Maso.
Oh my
trying to do
goodness,
something.
Akaza! Yes, he can!
Just snatched
I
it.
watched him come in there, and I had no hope for him to actually play this ball on the second try, but he just sticks with it, turns the boost on, and that air control with mouse and keyboard should be studied.
That was very impressive. Just snatched it off of, I think it was Maso, and just
Snatched off SJU, I know that much.
yeah. 4-1. It's looking impressive right now for the boys.
And that's the prediction for how the entire series is going to go from Toninja. Condors in 5, he says, and well, if it's anything like this, then I'm inclined to believe him, as that's just out front. But no, getting to it first are the SJU squad. Multiple people on that ball, but the Condors have no quit in them. They don't know when to stop going for offense, as they even send that towards their own net by accident.
It's all good because Toninja's back there playing a little bit of defense. As all the Condors back on their side to try to keep the ball out of their net and then on the ground to end map 1.
This is just going to hover on the wall, going west to east on the pitch, and that is all she wrote for game 1. A dominant 4-1 victory for the Condors.
Very nice. Akaza with the hat trick finally, and Zilin with 1.
Yeah, an important one.
A
One
very
that got
important
the game going, the scoring started, and one of my favorite things to look at is touches here, and that's
50.
why, yeah, that's why the Condors were on top, as they had more average touches than the other side. Of course, you had a Maso, shout out to them, all over the ball, and, you know, I'm actually getting the goal, actually. So maybe shout out to them instead, but the Condors playing great, and I will say, this gives confidence, yes, but the Condors varsity team, last time they played, went up 2-0 in the series with 2 5-0 wins. You can't take your foot off the gas pedal at all, because they still lost that series.
I did not watch that game, and I think I would have cried if I did.
And that's why you can't take your foot off the gas pedal. Because just like that, a goal against, and, well, SJU has their first lead of the entire day.
Jason Incredible living up to his name with a credible goal.
Shouldn't his name be Justin?
Justin.
Incredible?
Ooh.
Instead of Jace on Credible.
We should start a business giving you gamer tags.
Yeah, I stole that from a wrestler.
Yep.
Apologies to Justin Incredible. Has another shot on Toninja back this time. Not having the same thing happen twice, as they do get this out, and Toninja with that air dribble gets met up top by Jason Incredible. And with a shot on, turned away by Akaza. Using that dominance in this game, looking like Chunk.
A little bit. He did manage to also get the boost, which was stolen from him previously.
Uses that boost, goes up the wall, and you see the Condors now struggling, clawing to get this ball out of their zone. Toninja, he puts that in a beautiful spot and follows it up the second time. I like this positioning.
Ooh.
Good play.
It was, but
Toninja comes out of nowhere.
a little bit of a Spider-Man move there.
Tries to get this thing out as they just keep sending bodies at it. The Condors have been playing a really nice rotate game. They've always had someone back on the ball, and, well, no difference here. Zilin gets his corner boost, but cannot get the ball, as they're just trying to center this desperately, but there's always a Condor back. Akaza that time, as that's a nice hit off the wall, and a nice hit from Akaza to send that thing in. A cheeky little misdirect.
Very, very nice. All the boys very happy with that. Cosman sending out some words there as well. You've seen him turned and, I was going to say yapping away, but he's not a yapper. He just gives correct information.
Yeah, well, you could be correct and also yap. I would hope they're yapping away at each other. I mean, it's a team that right now looks like they have their call-outs down, and, well, we'll see if they can keep it going with the mechanical skill that we've seen so far today, as this is a talented team, and they just got to stay locked in. And, well, I have no doubts as that thing looks to be just going off net and gets stopped by Maso. I was expecting a Condor to come in and finish that thing off, but instead we see them in their defensive zone. I have no doubts, though. Akaza back, Zolin on the ball. They have opportunities here. I like where we're at.
They do, and we've been really battling it out on our end of the field opposed to last match, which is going to be very interesting. You've seen Akaza there try to direct the ball, which gets blocked and sent back to the Condors' end.
On net, Jason Incredible with no boost is going to be the first one to get to it, and that was, I thought the Condors were going to be on the offensive attack there, but no. Immediately on the other side, just right place, right time.
Very unfortunate as SJU up 1 goal on the Condors.
They find their second lead of the game so far as the Condors, again, playing from behind. They did it well the first time they were down, but let's see if they could do it again. It's getting demoed there. Salon trying to get it out of his zone. He respawns, gets the boost, and we see St. Joseph's back on attack now.
Yep, John Credible just staying in our net, which is not where we want him. Want to top him out, hopefully, but actually going up to meet the ball. It's a Kaza. Sends it down right to Jason Incredible.
Yeah, just ball hovering in the midfield here. Condors trying to get into that offensive positioning, but again, St. Joseph's, they've changed up their strategies this game. They've had more safe plays, and it's been working out for them, although we see Akaza studying that ball off the wall, but actually gets a huge demo to more or less save a goal, that, or at least an opportunity. Toe Ninja trying to follow this up to get a center, but also cannot. Opportunities, but no way to get it to go in as they keep going for this ball while down 1, a minute 45 left.
Yeah, they're really going to have to work together to be a little more aggressive to get it, 1, out of their end of the field, and 2, in the back of St. Joseph's net.
Well, this ball bouncing precariously, and Demo's coming in on the goalie, but just too many St. Joseph's Crimson members left in the net as with just 80 seconds left, they got to send this thing in as Jason Krebel back to receive that, but sends it right to Zolan.
Yeah, Zolan also low on boost right now. He completely uses it to make some attempt somewhere. Finally pick something up.
But can't find himself back in the net at the right place as you see this ball get sent up by actually, and it's going to hit off the wall perfectly for Massa to be able to follow it up.
Just missed it.
Couldn't get to the spot he needed to, and with just 70 seconds left, it's going to be tough for the Condors to score too, but I've seen stranger things.
We have, 60 seconds remaining, at least. Ooh, we need 2
Off
goals.
the crossbar from Toe Ninja, but there it is. Zalon follows it up as so many chances here just couldn't go the Condors' way. The bounce shot from Toe Ninja, but who's home? No one.
Yeah, Masso tried to get there, but just realized a little too late where that ball was headed. In Condor's favor, so. Yeah,
they score 1 in 10 seconds. At that rate, they could score 5 more, and I would believe it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. And Zalon getting demoed, unfortunately, and Masso trying to do something, but meets Akaza in the air.
This ball out front in a precarious spot, but good play by Akaza just to knock that thing wide with St. Joseph's right on it. But you see 30 seconds left on the clock. The Condors are down to some of their final offensive opportunities here, and if they keep getting met at midfield, then well, they won't get any opportunity as Toe Ninja does send this thing deep into the corner. And this is a crossing opportunity, but no, actually on the ball first.
This is unfortunate. This might be the match that we drop down 1, but I don't know, maybe Cosmo's prediction's gonna be correct.
Well, maybe they change it right here. 10 seconds left. Toe Ninja, Cosmo on the ball. Tries to send it out front to Akaz, but cannot follow it up. But Salon is able to get to it as well. If they keep this off the ground, they will have an opportunity. But no, Masso gets to it first. Toe Ninja on the ball, but can't get it out of the ground. And it just touches.
Right in the crease.
Unfortunate. St. Joseph's tie up the series, and you see the guys there. They're talking it out. They know what they need to do better. They know what adjustments have to be made going into this next game, and it looks like Toe Ninja's the one that's really taking the reins right now.
Yeah, it looks like, does IGLing exist in Rocket League? I would assume so.
That's team captaining. That's what Chunk does.
Yeah, Toe Ninja seems to be taking the lead on this one. Love to see it.
Oh, yeah, calling out plays, letting them know what to do, and you could see the big difference here. The Condors just weren't on the ball as much as they were in games previous, and it seems like they were getting met a lot sooner on the ball.
One thing I noticed was when we would go to SJU's end of the field, it would only be one of us. We would have 2 people still sitting back in defense, and I don't know if that was planned or what, but it didn't really work out in our favor, so hopefully we kind of change it up a little bit.
Yeah, you want to see more aggressive play, and maybe that's what we'll get as Zolan was sending the ball up, and Akaza looked ready for a little pass, but had to get back into the net. And we see the Condors deep in their own zone to start off right now, but that one just over the net. Couldn't have been closer if they tried.
No kidding. Zalon running with this ball on absolutely empty, picking up some boost finally. Ooh,
As it settles, so Fronto Ninja makes a man miss,
No.
but no, Masso gets in there and breaks it up as this is coming on net, but Akaza back to steer it clear. Zalon could have been the first one on it, but no, Justin Krevel gets there, but again, the Condors play good goaltending. That ball popped up, Zalon, the first one on it, but again, running on empty, has no boost.
So unfortunate. I mean, it's 0-0 still. We've seen some matches where
Oh
it's
my!
Okay.
What is that? It's 0-0 still.
Well, you know what? I love when the Condors correct me.
Oh, it's the best feeling in the world, and, well, this time it was Zalon who sends it deep from his own zone into the goal to get the Condors back in the winning column.
A midfield kick. Well,
Well,
kick if you can in a car.
Midfield car boost hit. As we see some wall play, they get the boost, and Justin Krevel in a position to do something nasty with it, but cannot get the air dribble to go into the net. Gets broken up by Akaza, who leaves the ball for Toninja. I thought that the bump was going to come out, but no, cannot get it.
I think might have been something there, but once again, Zalon just without boost.
Yeah, it's going to be the biggest thing for the Condors to work on moving forward. It's just making sure they got boost at all times. As that shot, not quite where actually would have wanted it to go, as it gets turned away by the Condors. Akaza trying to meet it in midair. Will get backed up by Toninja to attempt to play this thing out of the Condors zone. It's in such a precarious spot, but no one was able to get in on it. Now Zalon has a chance to make him pay.
Yeah, we'll see once again without boost, so we'll see what he can do with that. Akaza back at the net. Making sure trying to keep it out of it.
And he does. Makes a good play in the crease as the goalie, but again, in the crease as he goes up with the ball. Doesn't get the mid boost, and that's going to force Zalon to make a big save here as he will, just tipping it enough to get it over the net off the crossbar. And now the Condors have to get this out. Akaza leaves it for Toninja, who's bringing it up, and he's got a chance. This is a team that's good for their goalie bumps and everything like that, but cannot get it this time. It looked like they went for a little pinch shot.
Yeah, unfortunately, not enough boost to actually make it effective, which is unfortunate. You see some back and forth play here in midfield as Toninja sends it to SJU's corner.
Yeah, he had the long air dribble, steals their boost, sets up Akaza for a cheeky little shot in from the corner, but cannot get it to go as this thing hovering out front. No one playing it, and Jason Credible able to get to it first. Akaza off the wall. Can't get that one either as the Condors. I like what I'm seeing now in a 1-0 game. This is good aggression as that just sent over Akaza's head, and now St. Joseph's proves me wrong.
Yeah, Akaza just unable to catch the timing correctly on that. Jumps a little too late and just tips it. It's unfortunate.
Not wrong, a second late on that ball as we find ourselves in a tie game with 2 minutes left. Condors are giving a good battle to the 1 seed going into the tournament. Oh, dearie, as that's one Toninja I know wants to have back.
Yeah, hopefully we can return that quickly. We want to either keep this a tie game. I'm okay to see an overtime here as long as there's only one time, please.
Oh, we still got 2 minutes to score at least 2 goals. A little ways out from overtime, but yes, I would rather see an overtime than going down 2-1 in this series.
Yeah, we know that they've done reverse sweeps before, but might as well just make it easy for yourself and take it right off the bat, but that goes right
They
in.
went aggressive. They went aggressive. They did what you said to do, which is send more up and go for the ball, and, well, it just didn't work this time as...
I don't even know what... They weren't even near the ball. They all just collectively went to SJU's net and let SJU run with it.
It's not going the way of the Condors here, so they have to score 2 to get back into this one. Akaza has an opportunity, but getting the boost and getting back in net was the rest of St. Joseph's team, as they have an opportunity again to get back into the Condor zone. Akaza and Zalon both have boost and are both ready for it, as Toninja are going to try to get to that ball in midair. Does get that mid boost, and it will set up Akaza, but Masso, the one back, able to get it. This ball in a good position, but the Condors cannot get up to it.
Oh, Zalon with the attempt there as well as it goes just above the net, off to the side.
That's on net. That is on net, but Jason Credible first to get to it. Slow moving ball. Putting a lot of power on that Zalon. Someone else has to follow this up, and it was Akaza. Just could not get in on it in time.
No, could not. Zalon heading back to net, and Akaza to play some goalie, but they really got to put it out of their end of the field and into SJU's net.
That would be nice with 50 seconds left and still 2 goals behind. The Condors cannot be in this situation they find themselves in now as Zalon misses the ball first, but Akaza has his back trying to follow this thing up, and it will give a friendly bounce to the Condors, but no, goes into the corner right at Masso, who picked up that corner boost, has the air dribble now. This is a dangerous spot, gets the flip reset, but cannot do anything with it as it lands for Jason Credible. And the Condors, 30 seconds, need to.
Yep, and Zalon heading up, tapping it. Condors still.
Yeah, just off net.
It's a rough game.
Yeah, this one's been tough. So many close opportunities as this one just out front. Toe Ninja makes the better play, gets it to go into the corner, but they cannot get it out. Zalon follows that one up now. Get it out, and they just cannot. With 1 second left and still 2 goals needed, this thing is going to be all she wrote.
Well,
they're keeping it up pretty good.
They are, but I mean, you get 1 goal and end at 3-2. You can't really pick it up after that.
Yeah, batting it back forth, and there it is. 2 games to 1 now for St. Joseph's, and we're going to need to see the guys lock in like they did for that first game.
Yeah, they really got to start reading St. Joseph's team, understand how they play, and give it back.
It seems like they came out of the gate swinging hard on that first game. St. Joseph learned it, figured out how to counter it, and now the Condors, to your credit, now have to counter the counter.
Yeah.
That's Rocket League in a nutshell, basically. Is you got to just keep outplaying them, and right now it just seems like they're the ones being outplayed, and it doesn't even feel like it's any one player on St. Joseph's. It's been a good team effort from both teams so far.
It has. I mean, we do see Masso with our very typical high touches on SJUs. Our team tends to have very even touches, which is nice to see.
Well, it's not nice to see when we're losing games.
Yeah, it's nice to see high touches with high goals, but we're not seeing that.
Yeah, I would like to see more goal scorers just emerge here. And, well, I'm not asking for selfish plays because we did see a goal against come on what might be considered a little over-aggression, but I do want to see, I want to see some domination. I want to see one of these mans take the reign. As, of course, we said it before, but we'll say it again. They have to win this to keep going in the tournament. If they lose this game, they get to go play for a bronze medal. And I talked with Toe Ninja before. He doesn't want no bronze medal.
I don't think anyone really wants bronze medal. It's almost like the equivalent of a participation.
A third out of a big bracket's not bad.
That's
Much like
true.
our Condors varsity guys, finishing third in theirs and getting bronze for Conestoga. But these guys, they want the gold. And as we know, Akaz graduating. Win it for him.
Yeah, get him some nice keepsake memory pieces, but once again, we're seeing St. Joseph's playing aggressively, keeping it in our end of the field.
No, a save has to be made here by Toe Ninja. He's taking it up, taking it out of the zone, but not fully into the zone of St. Joseph's. They got to keep this thing going, and they got to be the first one on the ball. We're seeing a lot of momentum plays coming out here from the Crimson.
Oh, I think he was going for a ground pinch there.
That would have been pretty fun to see, but not getting to it in time as Masso has that ball, gets an air dribble to go around one and tries to set up a teammate, but cannot. Look at the aggression here from St. Joseph's, keeping someone on the ball all the time. The Condors got to make a man miss here, and maybe Toe Ninja does. Sends that towards the net, but Jace Incredible in good position to save that ball. It is in a good spot for the Condors. Toe Ninja's going to be able to play this thing, but he cannot. Akaz, though, staying on it. You got to see him, though, get this towards the net.
Yeah, I would also like to see some boost steals coming out. At least then we know our boys are keeping their boost filled.
That's on net. That's crossing. That's as good as it gets for the Condors. That's the opportunities that you want to see created. They cannot follow it up as 2 minutes passing by in this game with no goals as this is slowly rolling in. Akaza, you got to be good to be lucky. You got to be lucky to be good.
He even got demoed within that, and still it managed to soar just correctly towards the net.
The long shots going in the favor of the Condors. They have just put their sniper scopes on.
Yeah, they really have. They've locked in. winning some face-offs here.
Yeah, they took the lead, and Akaza has a shot again, and Akaza makes no mistake again. That is a man with the goal scorer's touch.
Oh.
Look at this. Gets the boost in the mid and finds himself with a juicy open net, and that's a man who does not let the moment get to him. He knows what he has to do.
He really, really does. I want to see a hat trick now.
Part 2?
Yes, please.
I mean, if they win when Akaza gets a hat trick, it's just the facts of the matter. He scored the first 2 here. That one bumped up into the air. Akaza, the first one on it, will play it over to the corner, giving the Condors an opportunity to center it. Akaza for Toninja comes in and shoots it off the crossbar again. He cannot buy a goal right now, it feels like.
No, he can't, but he sends it over to Zalon, who's once again low on boosts, unfortunately, but Akaza's right there.
Tries to set himself up, but will get demoed in the process. Toninja keeps this thing alive, and I expect Akaza to come in here with a head of steam and full boost soon. Ready for this? Zalon setting it up, but no, Akaza was playing smart, playing defensively, which I respect.
Yep, tries to, manages to keep it away. Toninja sending it up.
Gets the bump, tries to send that thing on net, but you see Maso in great positioning to counter this. Gets bumped himself. Another bump from Akaza, but no, the third man back able to get it as Toninja tries to set himself up. Gets the flip reset off the ball, but cannot put it in as Akaza now has an open net. Goes for the double touch. Let's see if he can do it. Oh, takes a weird hop off the wall and not where he was anticipating, but I love this from the Condors. Another shot on, another shot turned away, as this has been a whole new team than we've seen in those last 2 games.
I don't think I've ever seen such aggression. I definitely have, but this team is really playing well.
It's bouncing their way come game 4, and we'll see if they can keep this going as beautiful counter hit from Zalon, but cannot get the second man to miss as we're seeing the defense start to tighten up here from St. Joseph's University, but the offense completely falling apart. Toninja gets the flip reset, makes one man miss, sets up Akaza, but he cannot be the first one to it as it stays in the offensive attack for the Condors. This one just hovering out front, but no Condors in the spot to make a play on it. They still keep that mid defense good though.
They do. Akaza with a little bit of a miss there. Toninja finding it, or actually keeping it in the corner of the Condors.
Yeah, good clear there from Akaza with no boost. Is able to get that out. Trying to set up his teammates here is Toninja, but has a weird hop off the ball, and Akaza can't get up to it. With 1 minute left, St. Joseph's has made this a 1-goal game.
We have Jason just getting over top of the Condor player and managing to sail it right over. It's unfortunate.
Condors got to focus on playing a little bit more defensively, playing to make sure this ball doesn't go in the net just as much as it goes in the opponent's net, as Akaza gets the flip reset and sends that just over the net. Good save there by Maso as the Condors again find themselves in such a dangerous position.
Oh, Zalon going for it, but gets called. Oh, there's a confidence
He does
goal.
it! Gets on the board. Toninja makes Akaza so happy that he freezes in time. That was actually just the face he was making.
Yeah, he actually was so good. He's perfected being a human statue when happy.
As he finally gets on the board, the ball was just all over the net of St. Joseph's, just like it is now as the Condors. They've turned up the heat.
They really have. We'll see just how they do now with the 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, 20 seconds left. Ball just hovering in midfield. No boost on either player here that would be challenging the ball, so it's not going in the favor of SJU. Just too many bodies back for Conestoga, and the ball with no momentum gets sent all the way out of their zone with no one back in net. This could turn into something juicy for the Condors, but the dribble, Jason Credible.
Zalon setting it up.
Setting it up and scoring off the setup. Good thing Toninja scored.
Yeah.
Now Zalon just trying to get some defense in on the play, and unfortunate bounce off his car.
But hey, Condor still won.
Yeah, 3-2. I mean, yeah, we take it.
A win is a win.
A dub is a dub, as we saw just great stuff from all around on the Condors. 3 assists from Zalon as he was the setup king in that game.
He was. Not many demos coming from the Condors.
I haven't needed them so far this game. It seems like the boost steal has been more of a priority. That time, we just saw the Condors all over the ball, both on the ground and in the air. And, well, you kept calling it out. Players on low boost, that doesn't equal wins. And that game, the Condors were just all over it. The speed, Willow, the speed.
Yep, a lot of those purple flames from behind the cars.
As
Supersonic.
that puts them in a good spot here. As you know, the series has been reset. It's now officially a best of 3, first to 2.
Yeah, think of it that way. You might still have some mental energy going into the final matchup.
Because these series, I mean, it's going to go 7. It might go 7, but it is a best of 7. So we'll see what the Condors can do here as this is Zalon trying to follow that thing out of his zone, but cannot. Sets up a Kaza, but unfortunately keeps getting bumped. That's a great shot from Masso to send it on net. Zalon, the lone man, back without any boost. Will make that play, but puts the ball in an awkward spot, but maybe too awkward for St. Joseph's to get to it.
Seems like it. Ninja going for it, but runs out of boost in the meantime. Gotta look for some more. Zalon also low boost. I don't know if they're
Expects
gonna
him to put that
try.
out front, but no, cannot get to the ball first, but the opponents do it for him as Ninja puts that in when you would never expect it.
I've seen that very hard, loud let's go come from Cosmin. Nice and clean.
He had we had no idea that ball was going to settle right on his car, and, well, it seems like they knew, because even Zalon went for the goalie bump. It became unnecessary at the end of the day, but no, the Condors take another lead in this series, and this is another game where they go up early, they could be sitting pretty.
They could. We've seen them, however, go up in the lead and then ultimately, make some mistakes, but so far, doing decent, except for actually, who goes, actually, let me correct you on that.
Let me tie this game up as it's a beautiful aerial here. You see that little subtle flip at the end of it will give his car the right angle to put that thing right in the top corner and make this thing a 1-1 game. And, well, 4 minutes exactly on the clock. It's a pretty intense first end of the play.
It is both teams wanting these wins for themselves, and rightfully so. Oh!
Off the crossbar as that ball is doing anything but be normal as Chase Incredible is able to get that thing out of there as a heart-stopping sequence as this ball is now on the Condor zone and they have to make some goal line saves. They'll make the first one, but this is still coming at their net. Ninja, smart decision to send it into the corner, but a little bit of a miscommunication for the Condors, but also for St. Joseph's as no one on that ball and it gets sent deep into the St. Joseph zone.
Does, and it gets sent
right back.
Oh my.
We're playing a lot of north-south game here. It seems like tennis has unfolded in a Rocket League game as we have seen the ball in both teams' zone constantly. This has been very even as with boost, St. Joseph's has an opportunity, but the Condors have defense back. Actually sending this out front, but no, good play by Ninja.
Oh, he spotted that and just managed to get up there in time as Zalon with the corner boost taken.
Yeah, he went for the shot there. He was expecting it to go out front, but unfortunately the ball just hovering in that corner as the Condors trying to keep this attack alive as the opportunity does not present itself.
Yeah, Akaza trying to get it centered at least for someone to follow it up, but we see a little bit of some nice defense sticking around, hopefully.
That sent just to the left of the net. Ninja was back trying to make the save on it as you see Justin Incredible making some nice plays to attempt the center, but Zalon, the man back, able to get it before he gets demoed. Ninja trying to center this thing up, puts it in a good spot, but Justin Incredible, Jason Incredible, first one on it.
Yeah, some misses there. Demos coming out from St. Joseph's to kind of clear the field for them, make it easy to send it back to the Condors' end.
Neither team in the last 2 minutes has had any primo shot opportunities. Unlike that, Chase Incredible coming in, but an easy save made by Akaza because he knew where he needed to be positioned. That's a hard cross. Doesn't get to anyone's car as, again, we're seeing the Condors hemmed in their own zone.
They are, and it's going to be difficult for them to make saves and get it out because look at the boost, Akaza and Zalon picking some up.
Because of the man you want to see with the ball, tries to send that deep and does get that counter hit, but cannot get the second one to go. Zilon tries to send it out front. They're trying to put the ball in spots to capitalize, but the defense from St. Joseph's has been good, much like the Condors D. Akasa sending that deep, follows it up from Matchday. He wants to center this, and he will, but no. Masso the first on the ball. A shot again, but no. Zilon this time just couldn't get it to go. The goaltending on both sides has been primo.
Uh-oh.
Double miss, and it does not get missed by Irma, actually. The third man on this ball as he capitalizes on two men's mistakes.
Does someone just sailing by a little too late. Gets to watch the ball from a front row POV.
Condors in a tough spot. They gotta score with just 50 seconds left, and tell me if you've seen this before.
I feel like we have.
Oh yeah, as this ball coming on net, Ninja, beautiful save to keep this game alive, but they have to get it out. That's a good bounce, but they got to follow it up. Massa has Spoost. He has the ball in an air dribble situation, tries to get the double tap, but cannot. Hits it off the post. That one also off the crossbar as too many shots, too many bodies, and it will be put into the Condors net to go down 3-1.
Look, 3 men trying to go for this and just...
Such an awkward positioning on that ball every single time.
They are. That was unfortunate. Everyone on Condors in net and yet out of boost.
As that's a shot on from Akasa, and that's a shot in the net. It's these long shots, it's these snipes from the Condors that are putting them in the game. And you see them on screen, they're more so focused on getting back in this game than celebrating. They know they got a tall order ahead of them. They got to score one more with 20 seconds.
Yep, they're really starting to kind of lock in, take this a little more serious than they might have been before as Akasa.
Akasa! Are you kidding me? Look at that man! And look at the hype! Look at the focus! That's a kickoff goal, and that is something you do not see every day.
There is 17 seconds remaining for someone to either get a goal or we go overtime.
They scored 2 goals in 7 seconds, Willow.
And St. Joseph's also got a goal within that too.
So we'll see here as there's 10 seconds left and the Condors find themselves in the zone for St. Joseph's. They got to send this thing out front, and Akasa will, but will also get demoed at the same time. Ninja the first one following it up as there's just 1 second left and does not touch the ground. I could have swore that would have, but no. Masso does a nice air dribble to send that thing out front. Actually to Jason Credible, who sends it wide, and we have overtime.
It is.
Whoever wins this gets a huge momentum boost.
They really do, and it's going to be interesting to see what everyone's mental will be like after this.
This could be pretty disheartening for whoever loses. You'll have to expect every team to bring their A game.
Yep, make some smart decisions, some calculated decisions.
Or some risks. Who knows? As this ball is out front, Akasa has it hovering, has it floating, but no one can get to it as Ninja got demoed in there. Gets a nice chip to send it over the net. He's trying to set up his teammates here. Akasa flew in but cannot get the ball, and we see now St. Joseph's with an opportunity to come back, but no. Zilon breaks it up, and this thing's careening on net.
No!
But no, Jason Credible.
So unfortunate. Jason Credible.
Sent out front. This is sent out front, but no one was there for it.
Ooh,
this is scary stuff. Ninja, no boost to follow this up. He's more so just the fake man as this is getting sent out, but the Condors have been all over this ball. You got to see Akasa hit this first, but no, he gets the demo instead. That still sets up the Condors for something nice here. You see, though, Jason Credible comes back. He might be able to get the save here, but no, he cannot. But the Condors can't score either. That thing just hovering on the goal line.
Oh, it's Zilon back at net, but it's Akasa who sends it back to SJU's side.
Tries to set up Zilon, but cannot. We see Massa now with full speed. Gets a flick, but gets countered by Akasa. Ninja meets it on the wall. Gets demoed, but it's in a good direction. But a good play from Jason Credible. Stifles whatever opportunity they have. Akasa following this up. Sets up a teammate. Zilon plays it, but Jason Credible again. Good timing, good positioning for the player on St. Joseph's.
Yeah, SJU really being good at spotting these passes and setups before Condors can really realize that this is Akasa who gets the overtime goal.
And that's one they want to have back as Akasa. Right place, right time, and to the right man for the situation. You see an ill-advised defensive play, and it gets capitalized on, and sometimes that's all it takes to go up 3-2 in a series.
Speaking of SJU spotting these good opportunities, this is Akaza who does it.
And you know what Akaza just did?
Another hat trick.
Hat trick part 2, as the prophecies foretold.
You're gonna say, whoever, I know Liam in production got a hat, buddy, can you just like sail it over varsity desk?
That would be quite funny, as these guys have just really brought it there in that last game. It was reminiscent of that first game they played.
It was. We've seen them, you know, in the player cams really starting to lock in and understand that this is something they have to win and make smart plays, and they're showing it very nicely.
If they win this, they're on to the semifinals and get to fight another day, as we see them starting off one game away from glory, the ball in their own zone, but Akaza sends that on net. Masso can't make the save, but it also hits off the crossbar. Come on, Akaza. I know that hurts, but you gotta stay in the game.
You do, and we mentioned it before, Akaza is really good with these long shots. It's been one of the game changers for the Condors.
It's the mouse and keyboard.
It's gotta be.
It allows the long shots just to be so easy. He doesn't have to worry about angling his car. It's just W. He has to hold.
Zalon going for some sort of shot. Akaza cutting it short.
Yeah, let me see. Attempted breakout, but attempted breakout gets cut off by Zalon this time, with Akaza behind him, setting up Toe Ninja, who, this is going to go good. This is going to go off the crossbar. Nice, but no, he cannot set it up for himself. But you see the aggression still on display.
They really, Akaza trying to go for it, but 2 defense there.
Zalon.
Toe Ninja?
Oh, Zalon had a great tip there to put that right in the middle of the net. Toe Ninja with no boost will, I mean, get bailed out there by Akazu, who makes a beautiful play, beautiful ball control, beautiful car control.
Absolutely. actually also looking like he's out of boost, but makes it back to his end to try to help out. A demo comes out.
So the Condors have this thing out front of the net so much. Toe Ninja, the lone man, gets the pop to himself, tries to follow it up with the aerial, but cannot. And Akaza also tries to follow it, but also cannot.
Some bumps coming out there as well, maybe a little stressed. So they're looking towards our net.
Well, if their hands aren't sweating, I don't know what's happening in that room, as Akaza going for an aerial. That would have put the Condors up, as this is still a 0-0 deadlock with 3 minutes left.
It really is. This is the match that shows just how skilled both these teams are.
Akaza sent that on net, but understood the goalie was back. Gets the great counter hit on the breakout opportunity, but no, Zalon can't put it in. Toe Ninja keeps working to keep this ball in the zone, and he'll make one good play first. Toe Ninja going for the bump, can't get it, but we see Akaza gets the demo, and that's off the crossbar, but Zalon follows it up. Beautiful stuff, and Akaza's juiced, and the rest of the guys are too. He told ya he had it.
He did Akaza with the really good demo there to make sure that net was pretty much as clear as you can get for Salon to follow up that bump and get it right in.
And that puts the Condors up in an opportunity to win the series. They just got to hold on for the remaining 2 minutes, 30 seconds here against St. Joseph's, who is a formidable opponent coming into this as the 1 seed, taking it into the Condors zone, but cannot get it in front of the Condors net, as they have just flipped a switch. They've gone into a new gear. Salon trying to set up Akaza, but that one getting turned away by the defense of St. Joseph's.
There is, you've seen Salon playing some bumper cards there with the St. Joseph's players. Once again, out of boost.
Makes the first man miss, though, and that's sometimes all it takes for the Condors to get back into an offensive try. And that is all it took for the Condors to get back on offense. No boost in a dream, we like to call it.
Oh my, nice little pop it up over the defenders and just follow it up to make sure it hits the back of that net.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff here from the Condors in the first 3 minutes of play, going up 2-0, but you cannot release the grip you have. You cannot ease off the gas pedal, and they won't. Akaza with his second in 7 seconds.
This
He's
man
good
is
at
on
doing
fire.
that.
He's
good at doing that.
It's got to be that keyboard and mouse, honestly.
He's got the sauce today.
He's got to drop the link for his keyboard and mouse there.
Yeah, he's got to drop the link for the bindings he uses, because it's clearly working for him. as more than just the bump man, he's also the goal guy as well, looking like Ovi on the pitch.
Yeah, he's getting those 800 goals right now.
As the Condors have put themselves up 3-0 with 90 seconds left.
Well, they've really got to still play it smart. You can't have some size and breathing room. You kind of play it really aggressively.
Trying to set Zlon up and almost inadvertently sets up St. Joseph's, but a demo from Toninja will shut that down.
It does, and Nakaza staying back to try to play some defense. They get sent over to St. Joseph's side.
Just hitting off their cars beautifully. Getting another demo out now too, so it's 3-on-2. But no, does not go in Condor's favor. But if you look at that, the man that was demoed right there to play the ball deep into St. Joseph's ends. But that's good stuff from Justin Krebel, trying to will St. Joseph's back into this game.
Yep, St. Joseph's really playing it, trying to see some sort of result, even just one goal.
There's no quitting them, but the Condors have really turned it up a notch. The pass out front, and there it is, the no quit. They're putting it on, and they're playing till that final buzzer. 3-1 the score now, and you see some of the smiles start to slip away from the faces of the Condors as they realize, oh yeah, we haven't won yet.
Yep, and 36 seconds remaining. We've seen last match, 3 goals scored within this time. So we gotta be careful.
Toninja, I'm sure, had to have all the self-control in the world not to put that in his own net as he carried it along the goal line. And, you know, if it works, it works as the Condors, with just 20 seconds left, a 2-goal lead. Need to focus on playing some good defense here as this one going on from Jason Credible. And he does put it out front for a teammate, but no teammates were ready for it. As we see maybe a miscommunication in the final dwindling seconds of this game. A demo comes out, and that's all the Condors need. As with just 4, 3, 2, 1, they find themselves in the semis. Congratulations to the boys, and you see the emotion on their faces. Look at them, happy as can be.
Just amazing stuff from the Condors. So happy for these boys, and a great way to win.
A terrific way to win, and you know, they said Condors in 5. Well, I'll take Condors in 6.
Yeah, hey, 5 is still there. Just a +1.
Yeah,
We
okay.
reached the 5, and then had to get an
So
extra.
Condors in 5 is we want to win only in 5?
Yeah, well, we seen what happened, so.
I appreciate going the optimistic route, but the only route we really have to go is Condors on top. And, you know, it's something we've gotten used to here in playoff seasons as another team to be proud of. I mean, you see these guys, you saw the way they played. They lost it for a bit there. 2 games in a row they dropped, but every win they had just felt different. It felt like they shifted gears down from 4th to 2nd, and it kind of broke their systems for 2 games.
It did. I guess their cars needed to go into the mechanic shop, and then we seen the wins start coming back out.
It felt like they found that stride again. The tires were retreaded, and, well, they tread all over their opponents there, and some great wins and some car puns coming out.
Absolutely. That's what we're made of here at Condors, is dad jokes, puns, and wins.
And W's, and it feels good. I mean, I gotta ask MVP of the match for both the Condors, and I do want to give some respect to St. Joseph's for playing a good game. So who do you got?
On Condors, MVP, I mean, is it really a question? It's Akaza, who really just set himself up in the team to win. Toninja as well, and really all of them, but Akaza's got to take MVP on Condors. On St. Joseph's, however, I would hand it out almost to
Yeah, I know.
Gamer tag that started with an M.
Masso,
Yes.
who made a ton of big saves. So respect to him for playing great, but shout out to the boys. Everyone deserves MVP today, and well, we might hear from 1 or 2 of them. So Leafex, how about you take it away?
All right, Cosmin. First off, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Get the mic up here. We can't hear you.
Thank you. My bad.
Secondly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Condors in 6.
Condors, okay. Edit it out. Rewrite history. Go delete the VOD. Condors in 6. He called it the whole time. So that match was pretty exciting for both teams. I think it was probably a little bit closer than maybe you guys wanted it to be. Yeah.
By one. We had what was it, games 2 and 3 or 3 and 4 or something? We had a breakdown in communications. We just kind of got in our own heads a little bit, and then we decided that was enough of that. We decided it was time to talk again, and This is for you, Jake, because you always tell us to talk, and we did.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
turned it around.
That's great. All right, pass it over to come on over here a little bit.
Give me in the spotlight.
Yeah, get in the spotlight. So for you, obviously, this means a lot. I mean, you're aiming for gold jersey right now.
Absolutely.
What was the emotional roller coaster, I guess, going through your mind, knowing that, they're fighting back?
Yeah. So this was definitely the toughest team that we've played so far.
Right. Number 1 seed, right?
Yeah, number 1 seed. And once we went down that one game, I can admit I did start to panic a little bit.
Yeah.
And, made some not the greatest plays, but once that game finished, we all looked at each other and we were like, we're not losing this series, and we locked in and completely took it home.
Yeah, no, and again, by the end of it, I mean, you were popping off too.
Oh, yeah,
1v2 people by the end of it, so it felt like there was a good mental.
Yeah,
by
definitely.
the end of it for the squad, and I'm assuming that's where that whole hey, let's talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, hey, Zlan, pass it over here. Yeah. For you coming into this match, then knowing it's like the number 1 seed, was there any nerves? Also knowing like it's single limb, like you guys knock out if you lose.
Not really. The nerves,
no, you're just calm.
The nerves weren't really there starting of the game. I think when they went up 2, and then they were looking to take match point, and they were up like 30 seconds left, like 3-1. We were like, that's not too good.
Not good.
But we brought it back, and then overtime we won that. So other than that, I was like, no, we got this.
What kind of so beyond just like, hey, we got this, were there any like adjustments internally that you guys were saying too, like, hey, this specifically we're messing up on, stop this?
Listening to comms and like calming earlier. We've had that
Just
issue a lot this whole season, and just clearing up the comms, it was like a huge difference.
It's massive. It's being able to have the right intel at the right time is huge. Hey, well, you got the wins there. I'm going to go out to Cosman one more time because he's loud right now and off a lot of energy. Congratulations on the Doves there. Final words are, I mean, you took down number 1 seed. So, I mean, I don't know. Why were they number 1? You guys look better.
I couldn't tell you. I didn't see it.
Blame it on ECC Cats.
ECC Cats, you had our number the 1 game. Yeah, and we choked.
Fumbled early. Okay.
Choked 1 early series when we were still gelling, and we gelled.
All right, before we send out, then, what do you got to say to the other teams? 2 teams you'll end up having to face now as you tear through the rest of the bracket. What do they expect?
Not the person, but we're coming for you. Look me in the eyes. You're losing. It's over. It's done.
Dramatic zoom into his face. As
Please,
he says that
I'll
right
get closer. We're coming for you. We're coming for that title. I'd say good game, but we haven't played yet.
That's it. Thank you for joining the Condors. We'll see you for the next match. FC next week. Thank you.
If a career in esports sounds wow to you, it's not. This is where your profession plus your passion could come together. Would still need what traditional business would need. The more distinct difference is in traditional sports, no one owns the ball. But in esports, someone does own the game. And this is part of what we're going to discuss in this program. You'd be able to learn how to run an esports event on the operations side to the management side of it. Marketing and promotions, how to deal with sponsorships, how to deal with partnerships, and also a big part of our industry is social media as well. What you're working on now is probably also needed. This industry needs all kinds of professionals. If you're looking for change, this program could be a converging point. Good luck and have fun.
Good luck today.
Thanks, man. How I'm loving life these days. I see it falling into place. It's coming together. I don't even need to chase it. You see it written on my face. It's the right time, right place. How I'm loving life these days. It's the right time, right place. How I'm loving life these days.